Huh? That's what I will bite you. Where your job?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Okay, let's do this. All right. Can everybody hear me? Yes. All right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, guys. So yeah, I don't normally trade NFP. But today we're just gonna have a little fun. I'm not really I'm not gonna be dropping no crazy lot sizes or anything like that, guys. Something very small, very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just gonna play around with it. You guys should know, if you don't already, that NFP is crazy. NFP is bananas. It's a lot. Obviously, we're looking at gold. So if you trade anything else, guys, I won't be looking at that. I'm only looking at gold. So yeah, I think we're gonna sell. I think we're going to sell today. Because gold has been very, very bearish the past few weeks. This nice pullback that took place during London session, I think it was a setup for price to continue down. So in the next few minutes here, price is going to be dumping, which is good. So, and be careful with your brokers, guys. I don't know who you guys broker with. You guys already know I broker with Henko. Henko Trade is like the best broker out there, guys. They offer everything, low spreads, fast withdrawals, fast deposits, all that. I love, love, love Henko Trade. I don't trade news, as you guys know, but I've never had an issue with them like slipping my stop. So depending on who your broker is, guys, just be careful, because you can potentially hurt your account, because the trade could slip. It could slip your stop loss, your TP, all that kind of stuff. So you got to be careful with that. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna be waiting a few more minutes here. I'm gonna be looking to take sells. Let me actually put in my sell stop positions. I'm gonna be entering sells at 1703, guys. Yeah, 1703. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. Small position, short position, and if it gets hit, my stop loss gets hit, guess what? I'm out. 1703. All right. Got about, what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Uh, all right, folks. We're going to see here. Got a very small position opened here. So let's see. All right. So my entry is 1703. So hopefully we can get price to push up, right? Grab liquidity, do all that nonsense it likes to do. And then eventually it'll push into, into my direction. And let's see if we can get a nice little trade out of here. So I don't trade news, guys. This is just for fun. It's just, wow. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Crazy. Always does that. Liquidity grab. Liquidity grab. Wow. Unbelievable. You see why I say this can smack accounts? NFP is nuts, you guys. It's nuts. If it pushes up, then it pushes up. I'm not taking any buys because my projections are for sells. So if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's fine. But wow. Wow. In like a second, guys, in 1 second, it shot up. How many pips from where it was? It shot up 103 pips. Oh my God. Oh man, that's crazy. That's okay though. That's okay though. That's fine. Because I'm not looking for buys. If it pushes up, pushes up. But sometimes it does that. It'll push in the other direction to smack accounts, to grab it, because price wants to enter at the best price, guys. The market makers want to enter at the best price. So they're gonna enter at the highest point that they can, and then eventually take price down to where they want it to go. So wow, guys, that's crazy, crazy candle. That's crazy. And that's how quickly price can slip. It can slip your orders, guys. That's why y'all got to be careful with that. So yeah, so let's see if my projection is right. I'm looking for these cells to play out. Wow, that was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And if you took buy stops, I hope you had your take profit in a good place, because if you didn't, you are in some nasty ass drawdown right now. So we're 2 minutes into this news event. So let's see. And I'm looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, guys, because there's no point in looking at it on like the 30 or the 15, because news is that crazy. So we don't got to look at it on anything else. We could just stick to the higher time frames. So yeah, let's see. Are we going to keep playing around up here, which is what we always do, right? If you see it playing around in one direction, it's going to linger, probably shoot up a little more. And then eventually it's going to make its overall move. So let's see if I'm right about that, or if I'm wrong. And gold just continues to fly. It continues to fly. Oh, well, that's NFP for you guys. So, wow, that was a quick move. Oh boy. Missed out on these sales yesterday because of all this choppiness. You guys should know NFP week is nuts. It's not just the day you got to look out for. It's the week as well, because the markets are always like they're setting up for that one move. Literally, like if you watch NFP week, you'll notice a lot of people take unnecessary losses. They'll take like a textbook setup, and it'll go against them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy what the market does for NFP, but it's not random. It's doing what it needs to do to set up for this one move, for this one day of the month, of the week, all that shit. So let's see. I would love to see gold flip bearish and start coming on down, but we'll see. We'll give it another few minutes here, but I really hope it does come down. And it's always good, guys. Like, you can put buy stops and sell stops, but I wouldn't do that, because it's so volatile that what if it activates both? What if this candle would have flipped up hard and then wicked out hard too? In the time it takes for you to potentially close out your order, or let's say your stop losses gets slipped. Now you're in two different trades, multiple trades, both of them in the opposite direction, and you're literally getting smacked left and right like a ping pong ball in drawdown, because the price is so volatile and it's just smacking everywhere. So I don't recommend using buy stops and sell stops. I think you should have one bias, stick to that bias, and then if it, if it activates, great, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But you're already gambling with it as it is by trading it, but you're adding, a lot more risk to your account by throwing a buy stop and a sell stop inside of NFP, because if it slips both of them orders, depending on where you have it, man, it can, oh my God, it can kill your account. So stick with small baby lot sizes, stick to whatever your bias is and hope for the best. That's all you can do. Or you can be disciplined and just not trade it. Just watch it. Just watch it to see what it does. And my best advice is to just watch. This is my first time trading NFP in like probably a year, I would say. Easily a year. Because I'm just super disciplined when it comes to trading news. I feel like, it's gambling, because you really can't predict where you really think it's going to go. And, risking money on just a flat out guess is hard enough as it is to make money in the markets, and to have to guess now where you think it's going to go. That's just stressful. It's unnecessary stress, honestly. So let's see. Are we going to push down? Or are we going to keep on lingering up in this area here? 103 pip push in literally 0.02 seconds. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let me look at the 4-hour here. What's the 4-hour doing? Well, the 4-hour looks clean for buy continuations, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to test. Oh yeah, we did. We tapped this level to the T. So, I mean, the structure is nice. I ain't gonna lie, the structure is beautiful. Made this big push to the upside. We broke this level. We tapped it, and now we're rejecting. So for us to come down will be great. That would be excelente. If anyone took the buys, or let's say your TP got hit on the buys, please drop it in the chat. I would love to know that if it did, because that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Like to end the week on a Friday, like with a win off NFP, that's fucking dope. Because it's not easy to do that. So if you did, drop it in the chat. I want TP hit. Nice. Like if you caught 100 pips in 0.25 seconds, like that's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You won last week. Well, last week wasn't NFP, but okay. I'm talking about NFP, not no regular news. This ain't regular. NFP is not no regular news. Come on, gold. Don't make me wrong on here. I want to be right. Come on down. If gold does continue up bullish like this, this will be one of the rare times that I have seen NFP do something like this, because NFP doesn't do this. Like it usually goes up and down and up and down. It never really shoots up in one direction and then just stays and lingers and just keeps on pushing. It usually like wicks up, wicks down, wicks up, wicks down, and plays around before it makes its ultimate move. So I'd be very surprised if this thing continued up and it didn't at least try to come back down a little and then maybe go back up or go back or continue back bearish. That's crazy to me. That'll be a first. And if it does continue to push, I'm just going to close out my sell order and then that's it. So let's see. But the reason why I was looking for sells, guys, is because overall gold has been very, very bearish, right? If we look at the daily time frame, we were holding this support down here. Prices literally stopped at the same spot, literally. And but you got to trade what you see. You can't trade what you think is going to happen. You got to trade what you see happening in the market. And right now the market is super, super bearish. So you got to look for your sells. You got to look for your resistance levels to form and look for the sell continuations no matter what, right? Inflation is crazy, interest rates crazy, recession lingering. Everything is saying bad news for the markets, right? Especially for gold. Value of dollar going down, you know, the Fed's printing more money, all this bullshit. So you can go off fundamentals, but I'm a technical trader, so I mostly go off technicals. And based off my technicals, I'm looking for sells. Do I want to see a resistance form? Yeah. What this means for me is if price continues bullish for the end of this week, that's great, because if price rejects the last support, resistance levels, then I know I'm potentially going to be looking for more sells coming next week. And if we break this support, for sure we're going to be tanking some more. So we are due for some sort of, you know, retracement, being that we've been so bearish lately. The market needs to correct this big ass move. But for the most part, I'm really loving what I'm seeing right now, because it spells great signs for next week. So for next week, we either going to be getting some nice ass buys, or we're going to be catching those sell continuations. So that's what I'm looking for next week. I'm not even thinking about like today or this week. I'm thinking about what next week is going to hold, because everything that happens matters. You know, it all sets up for the one. Every move sets up for the next one. So that's what I'm looking for the most part. So let's see if we get a nice little put. If we don't get something by like 8:50, by like 8:59 o'clock, then I don't know. Gold is a little surprising today, but that's NFP, man. You never know what you're gonna get. Like Forrest Gump, like he says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So we have this H1 support right here. So we have price that, you know, broke up, broke down. Now we're up here. So if we can break this support, my sell stop entries are right below it. So if we can break back under and push down, that'd be great. So let's see. Gold will pull back, probably, maybe. That's what I'm hoping for. Gold will go down. Yeah, a lot of us are anticipating sells. That's true. It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, I think this whole week we took sells. We didn't trade yesterday. I didn't call a signal yesterday. Did I call one the day before? I don't think I called one the day before, but I think we took nothing but sells this week on gold. Gold was completely bearish. So, I mean, obviously, look at the 4 hour. I mean, look at these bearish candles compared to the bullish. This is the first big bullish retracement that we've gotten in a while. You know what I mean? Look at this drop here. Look at this drop here. Drop. It's been nothing but bears. So it makes sense that your overall bias should have been for sells. And that's what we took this week, is nothing but sells. So our retracement is in order. But we'll see. And we have gold rejecting NFP off the 50% retracement. And then our negative 27 is below our daily level here. So yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And I did not call this in my signals, guys. I don't trade news. I would never trade news with my signal people. I only take high probability setups in my signals. We've been winning a lot lately, which is awesome, but that's only because of patience and discipline, guys. That's it. Giving the best, highest probability setup. That's what's going to help you win in these markets. So, hi, just got onto your live. My question is, do you mark up from the monthly to your entry time frame? No. I look at the monthly, but I don't mark it up on the monthly. No. I break down from the daily on down to the 30 or the 15. That's it. And yes, I do give full breakdowns. A lot of signal groups don't do that. They just drop a signal, drop a little snippet of the chart, and then tell you this is what I'm looking for. But I give an actual analysis of everything that I'm looking for in my trade. I give my bias. I show a full breakdown, and I do before, during, and after updates when I'm in a trade. Why do I do that? Because it's called learn while you earn, learn and earn. So at some point, you want to use signal rooms to help you understand what you're looking at. So at some point, you could end up calling your own damn trades. You know what I mean? You don't want to be taking signals forever. At some point, you want to be taking your own trades. So how do you do that? You understand and you learn from what the person is telling you, where they're taking their trades, why they're taking it, what entries are you looking for, all that stuff matters. If you're able to learn that stuff, then at some point you're going to be able to not have to take signals, and you could be self-sufficient and take your own trades. So that's the reason why I do that. I give a lot more than other people. Trust me. Gold about to trigger. We're still a few pips away. We are rejecting very, very hard, but we're about 28, 30 pips away. Yeah, my stop loss is 1707, but if it gets activated and it starts going up, I'll probably close before then for sure. My trades are 1-to-1, 1-to-2, max 1-to-3, guys, because I'm a scalper. So I'm not looking for, I don't intraday or anything like that. Sometimes I do, but it depends on the setup that I see. But most often I just stick to my one session, my one setup, and I'm good. I'm good with that. Would you ever trade gold at London? I would, of course. But I'm asleep during that time, so I can't trade London session. But I would trade it during London. It moves a lot during London, especially this week. This week, it looks like London took all the good ass setups on gold. Literally, it was terrible. Every morning I woke up and I would come to the charts, I would see a nice big ass move happen on London. And I'm like, darn it, man. I hope we get something in New York, because London session be taking everything. So, but there's times where, London doesn't do much of anything and New York has all the setups. So it's all depending on the market conditions at that time, That's why you shouldn't just switch sessions just because you see moves happening in one session more than the other. You got to be careful with that. It's all about market conditions. That's all discipline. That's all that is. Yeah, we're coming down here. We're coming down. Let's see if I'm right. If gold lingers, smacks some orders, and then let's see if the overall move is for it to come down bearish. So let's see. Yes, you do. I wish I would have found you earlier. Not even IML teaches the way you do. Just saying, yeah. IML's trash, guys. Don't mess with IML. IML's a waste of money. I hope they get shut down one day, because they're really causing people to lose money. Only people that are making money is the owners. That's it. And the people at the top. That's it. If there was one thing you would give advice to your younger self when you were in the beginning stage, what would it be? Not to be so greedy. I was trying to get big wins. I was trying to make $1,000, guys, off of $100 account. That's not, that's not realistic. Trying to get big wins off little accounts is it's a recipe for disaster. So my greed was the biggest issue. Once I stopped being greedy, I became more profitable, guys. That's it. Stay in your own lane. And by that, I mean, whatever your account size is, stay in your own lane. Don't look at people on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, showing off big wins and stuff like that. Yeah, it's nice. You'll get to that level one day, but you got to have the type of account size to take those types of, to withstand those kinds of wins. You got to have the account size to sustain all that. Trust me, nobody's getting, 50K days off of a 1K account. It just is no. So just don't be greedy, guys. Just stay in your own lane. US major price points of gold like 1700, minor points like 1725. If you're talking about technicals, but I'm not using what's that thing called again? Quarter points, if that's what you're talking about. So we'll see. Your patience is elite. No one really sees that, and ability to stick to your plan. Yes, yes, yes. That's why I'm profitable, guys. You got to learn to be patient. Patience is what makes you money in these markets. Trust me. There's some traders that go days without taking a trade because they just don't see all their confirmations. If you can have that type of patience, you're going to make a lot of money because the market is betting on the people that are greedy, the people that are impulsive, the people that, feel like they have to be in the trade all the time. Like, they bet on people like that because most people don't have that type of self-control. So if you can control your need to push the button, to push that buy or sell, you can be very, very profitable. And that's just the issue that a lot of people have. I missed out on these sells yesterday because I didn't like what the market was showing me. Right? We were in a nasty range. Price kept wicking up, wicking down, and then it wicked down, it pushed down, and it pushed back up again, and it pushed down, and it pushed back up. That's not what I want to see. That's not what I'm used to seeing with that. That sounds like a trap. That sounds like a setup to me, like a setup for me to lose. You know what I mean? So you have to know like when to get in, when to get out, and when to stay out of the market and just wait. Y'all, some of y'all trade like this is the last trade you're ever gonna get. So you just gotta get in the market because you're never gonna get the trade again. No, the market is not going anywhere, guys. It's not going anywhere. At the very least, you're gonna learn from it. Even if you don't take a trade, you're going to learn from what you saw in the markets. You're gonna learn from yourself, from your own discipline. That's what's gonna make you profitable, guys. There is always another setup around the corner. Always, always, always. Do not think that, oh, if I miss this move, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the year. I'm done for the month. No, trust me, it's another setup coming. It's coming. You just gotta wait for it. That's all. Do you still watch other traders trade or they listen vids? If not, what point you stop looking at other traders? Guys, if you ever get to the point in your trading career where you feel like you know it all, then I feel sorry for you. Because you should always be a student of the game. Always, always, always. Because no matter how good of a trader you think you are or how profitable you think you are, there's always something to learn. There's always another level up. There's always something else that you may not have seen before that will help you with, whatever losses you might have taken or anything like that, guys. There's always something to learn. Don't think you know it all because you're suddenly profitable. I don't think I know it all. I'm always willing to learn. You got to always be willing to up your IQ when it comes to trading, to anything in life. Always be a student. Always be hungry to learn whatever you're doing. LeBron James is one of the best basketball players we've ever seen, and he still watches film sessions. He still studies other teams. When he's in the playoffs, he spends hours locked in a room watching film, watching the team he's about to play. Watch how they played the last team. How did they win that last game? What can I do to dominate this game? What can I do to help my team win? What weaknesses do I see in other people? Like, that's what you got to do in trading. Study the charts. Try to understand what you're looking at. Try to find the weaknesses, the weaknesses of the market, so you can capitalize on it. You know what I mean? Me watching NFP every first of the month, every first Friday of the month, trying to understand what it does and how it moves, understanding different news drops. What news is really volatile? What news is bullshit? When should I stay in a move? When should I get in? When should I get out? These are all things that it doesn't come from anything but studying. Nothing but studying, guys. I'm telling you guys, studying, you always be a student of the game, even if you can learn from somebody else. It doesn't make you any less of a trader learning from another trader. That's how we all got started. We all got started learning from other people. So at what point do you think you're so bad at these markets? You're a badass that you don't need to study anymore. You don't need to watch anything anymore. You don't need to. No, I'm always hungry to learn. Always ready to get better. Always striving to get better. So I hope that answers your questions. I'll never be big enough in this game for me to be like, oh, I don't need to look at anybody else. I don't need to do this. I don't trust me. Everybody, All the big boys that you see on all the gurus, the influencers, trust me, they're all watching each other. They're all watching each other, if not more. If not more. My DMs were blowing up the other day because one particular trader, one of the big boys, people were hitting me up telling me, "Hey, Charlene, this guy's flexing on his IG off your signal." Now, we don't know for a fact that it was off my signal because I would show my setups, right after I take them on my IG. But this particular person, doesn't normally trade gold and stuff like that. So everyone was telling me that. First off, I'm not with the drama, so I don't give a shit. Secondly, so what? So what? We all learn from each other. We all learn from each other, whether they want to admit it or not. They're never going to admit it. Some of them just won't. I'm cool. I'm secure in myself to admit that I learn from other traders. I don't care. I don't mind that. That doesn't make me any less of a trader. So I don't care what all that bullshit. But I'm like, I don't really care. It is what it is. If anything, I'm honored. Great. They looking at me and taking advice or tips or whatever from me. Shit, I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? So you're never too big to learn from somebody else, man. If you can benefit from it, go right ahead. That's what we're all here for, to help other people learn, no matter what. Do you advise only trading one pair? Yes, that's all you need. You don't need any more. What advice would you give to people who are more focused on changing strategies? Like, if they take a loss, then they'd be like, oh, this strategy doesn't work. And they start switching, end up wasting a lot of time. That person lacks patience. They lack patience because you have to be patient with every strategy. Every strategy requires patience and time. You got to give it time to play out, and you got to give it time for you to actually learn what the hell you're doing. Every strategy is different. So how do you know that you're doing it right if you don't give it enough test time? You know what I mean? Not enough trial and error. So if you lack patience with strategies, then you're going to lack patience with trading, and then you're probably never going to be profitable. Because if you don't learn to be patient, then you don't need to be a trader. It's not for you. It was a crazy setup on gold yesterday. Yeah, gold was crazy yesterday. Gold was nonsense yesterday. Funded accounts or personal accounts? I love to hear your view. Personal accounts all the way. First off, the one level up that personal accounts have over funded, which you'll always have, is control. You have full control over your personal account than you do with funded. With funded accounts, yes, they give you great parameters, like good rules to stick to, but it's a double-edged sword. Because with funded accounts, guys, even though their risk parameters, their rules are very tight, and they show you good risk reward. I'm sorry, they show you good risk management. They're almost designed for you to fail. They really are, because in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, okay, I'm not speaking for everybody else, but they're almost designed for you to fail. Because how many people have taken these challenges and lost a trade because of the drawdown, and then the trade turns around and goes their way after like maybe only a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s over the drawdown limit? It's not really the amount that causes people to lose these challenges. It's usually the drawdown limits, right? Because you see a good setup, you feel confident about it. You want to get the challenge over with. You want to pass and get funded, this and that, whatever. So, you over leverage a little bit, which is not good. But most of the time, a lot of you kind of sort of know what you're doing. But for the most part, it's just the risk parameters that you're having struggles with. And with that comes with your psychology, right? Because with your psychology, you're dealing with yourself. Has nothing to do with the charts. It's with yourself. So you got to ask yourself, okay, I see this setup. I want to take this entry, but how much should I risk? I feel confident about it. I want to get this thing over with. I want to get a payout. I want this. I want that. So it has nothing to do with the chart at that point. Now it's up to you how much you're going to risk, how much confidence you have in the move, and how willing you are to accept the loss if you take one. All of these funded challenges, guys, are nothing but psychology tests. They have nothing to do with actual skill, because you can have all the skill in the world, but if your psychology is fucked up, then you're not going to be profitable no matter what. And that's because you have no control over the account. You have to follow those rules. You got to stay within those parameters. But if you have your own account, you can take as much drawdown as you want. You can hold it if you want. You could do this. You could do that. You could do whatever you want. And with that freedom, there's a reduction of stress in that trade, because now when you're in a trade with a challenge, you're now thinking about the drawdown limits and the loss and the percentages and all that kind of stuff. So it adds a little bit of stress to the trade. That's, something that's already stressful. It adds more stress to it. You know what I mean? But if you have your own account, that what's the word? The word is escaping me, but that element of stress is not there. It's not there because it's your account. Only thing you're worried about is taking a loss on the trade. But you don't have to worry about the drawdown. You don't have to worry about none of that shit because it's your account. You know what I mean? And then on another point of these challenges is a lot of people are mesmerized by the big numbers, 50K account, 100K account, 200K account. When in reality, they're not giving you that money. That money is not in your bank account. You can't withdraw it whenever you like. And they're in reality not even giving you that much. If you have a 200K funded account, you don't have 200K. You have 20K, because that's as much as you can lose before they take that shit away from you. If you have a 100K account, you do not have $100,000 to play with. You have 10,000 to play with. And I'm gonna make a separate YouTube video about that, because some people just seem to be lost on that fact. But these funding companies are making millions and millions and millions off you guys, because you're so mesmerized by these big amounts. You're not profitable on your own account yet, but you want to take these funding challenges. And every time you take one, you feel like the next one is going to be it. It's all a mental game, guys. They're playing on all that stuff. Your psychology is not there. Again, it's not going to be how good you are as a trader, guys. You're never going to make it as a trader. You're going to keep on making these funding companies rich, and you're going to be draining your bank account. And even if you do get funded, you still got to get a payout. So you got to do it all over again. The stress never stops. It never ends. So until you get your discipline down right, your patience down right, you understand what you're doing, and you trade it like you would your own account, you're never really gonna get there. But do I think they're good for actual people that have their their shit in line? They got their discipline down, they got their psychology down, and they actually know how to trade and look for setups? I think funded accounts are golden. I think they're golden, because the law of the land when it comes to building wealth, guys, is using other people's money. It's using other people's money. You ever ask yourself, why do millionaires and billionaires take out loans for businesses, for real estate? Why? They can buy it cash, but why do that? Why use my own money when I can use somebody else's? It's about leverage, guys. That's what that's about, leverage. Let me leverage your need to be rich overnight and offer you this $100,000 account. But in reality, I'm only offering you 10, but I'm going to give you these tight ass rules that you got to stick to. I know you're not going to stick to them because you want to pass a challenge. You want to get to the money so fast that you're going to, and in this market, majority of people lose. So they're leveraging that, guys. And these funding companies ain't going anywhere, because everybody likes those. They like hearing that they can have that amount of money to trade with, when in reality, they don't have it at all. You never touch any of that money. You never even see it. All you're looking at is a screen that tells you, hey, you have $100,000 over here, but you better not lose 10,000, because if you do, the other 90 is gone. You never had it to begin with. Last question. If price is at your H4 zone, do you scale down to H1 and M15 and enter? Depends on the setup, man. Can't answer that with a black and white answer. Depends on the setup. H4 doesn't matter. It's a high time frame confirmation, yes, but that's not the only thing that I look for. It's a lot of other shit. H4 zones can hold, but they can break also. So it doesn't mean because it hits a zone, you got to buy or sell just because of that. You can't enter off that one confirmation. You need more. Why don't you trade US 30 like all the other gurus? Because I don't need to. I'm good with gold. I don't need to follow the crowd. I like to stand out and do my own thing. US 30 is a very difficult pair to trade to me. So I don't need to Why do I need to go over to US 30 and trade something I'm not that sure of when I'm pretty sure of gold and I can make just as much on gold as I can make on US 30 if I knew how to trade it? No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to follow the crowd, guys. Be your own person. Don't do what everybody else does. How many pips is your take profit and stop loss usually? 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, guys. There's no set number. Damn, guys, doesn't look like gold is coming down. It's playing around right now. It's 9 o'clock, and that is the smallest, most less the what's the word I'm looking for? That wasn't a volatile move at all. I mean, it was, but damn, it didn't go down. It didn't do nothing. It just played around up there. Wow. Wow. NFP shocked me today. Shocked me today. It didn't do none of the bullshit it usually does. Oh well. No big deal. Indeed, she's so authentic. I love it. Oh, thanks, guys. Blessed to have her as a mentor. Always here for you guys. One pair, one winning strategy, and patience and discipline. That is it right there. Simple in a nutshell. Simple. One pair, one strategy, patience and discipline. That's it. And with patience and discipline comes all that other stuff, right? Risk management, not over leveraging, all that stuff. That's it right there. That's all you need. People lose because of patience. That's it. That's it. A lack of patience. That's it. Also, some challenges also have dealing desk with OTC trading on the other side, pushing the spreads higher for you to get losing entry. I don't know. I don't know how these challenge companies would benefit off of doing that. I mean, they don't want to lose their reputation. You know, word spreads. The Forex community is very small. You know, if people are constantly getting fucked over with them, people aren't going to use them. If word spreads that this funding company is manipulating trades and, you know, causing you to take losses or doing shit that, you know, is messed up, people are going to hear about it eventually and they're going to lose business. So these guys aren't in the business of, you know, fucking with people to the point where it's so obvious and then they start losing credibility. They're still running a business here. They still have to do things on the up and up to some degree. So, I mean, if they are doing that, you know, obviously you don't want to be with that company anymore, but word spreads, man. Forex community is very negative, very toxic. Drama spreads like wildfire. So if there's a funding company that's doing fuck shit, they're not going to be in business very long. Because all you need is one influencer to say some negative shit about them and they're done. So I think they're going to be careful with that kind of thing. You're the second big trader I heard this week say they think funded accounts are designed for you to fail. Yes. Yes. Majority of people fail in the market. So they have more chance of making money off you if you lose than they do if you actually get funded. Why? Because 90% of traders fail. I'd rather take the 90% over the 10%. Only 10% of traders are profitable. So I don't want 10% of profitable traders. I want 90% of losers because I make more off of that. That's just business textbook 101. That's business 101. I don't want you to win. I want you to lose. I make a lot more money off you losing because you lose a lot more than you win. So why would I want you to win? I'm going to make less money. Why do you think some influencers and gurus don't tell you everything they know? They want to leave a little bit of stuff in the dark so you continue to struggle, so you keep paying them to teach you what the fuck they're doing. There's no, like, think about it. They say the biggest drug dealers in the world are the pharmaceutical companies and doctors, right? Because it's repeat customers. It's repeat business. They don't want to cure cancer. They don't want to cure certain diseases. The money stops if it gets cured. Nah, I want you to keep coming back. The money is in the comeback, guys. That's it. The real money is in the comeback. Who said it better? Chris Rock. The money is in the comeback. Oh man, you're still struggling with this? All right, let me help you with this. And by the way, it's going to be $1,200. And you're going to pay it because you think they're going to really tell you what you need to know. Telling y'all gotta come up on game. Y'all gotta step up to the game. I'm telling y'all, the money isn't the comeback. Okay, these funding companies want you to keep coming back. Keep living under that fantasy that I'm gonna have $200,000 or $100,000 or $50,000 to trade with. No, you'll never have that. Not from them. You can't trade. Why the hell would they trust you with all that money? You can't trade. Why would I trust you? That's just dumb. I'm not giving my money to somebody who I know can't trade. No, thank you. Use small lots. That's what I do. Small lots is the best thing to do. Yeah, it's okay. And Raja was doing that today after criticizing top tier funding program or headache. Yeah, he was talking shit about them for a while, and now he's coming out with one. But you learn, you live, you learn. As time goes on, you learn more about certain things, and you change your mind. You think differently about things. Raja's a businessman. Remember that, guys. We're all traders, but we're business people first. Okay, this is a business that we're running here. Everything we do is calculated. It's about business. Every post, every marketing, every product, it's about business, girl. Life is a run on business. The computer you're using right now, a business built that computer. The Forex course that you bought, somebody built that course, and it's their business. The broker that you trade on is a business. Somebody woke up one day and said, hey, I think I want to start a broker. And you found out about them and you signed up. That's a business, guys. Everything we do in life is about business. It's about commerce. It's about moving money, making money, creating a livelihood. That's what it's about, guys. Business. Don't take it personal. You might say, I said I didn't want to do signals for a long time. Then I realized there's a business around it. There are people that don't have time to learn about trading, that don't mind making a little passive income on the side, that just either are still struggling with trading and want to still make a little money on the side. So there's a market for it. There's a business around it, guys. You learn a little bit about business, you'll learn a lot about life. You could create a business out of anything. Anything. But you got to go for it. You got to want it bad enough. Would you advise taking your course for intraday traders? I love the way you approach the markets. No, I would not. Only look to my course if you're looking to be a scalper. I focus on scalping. I specialize in scalping. I am a very good scalper. Scalpers have a higher win rate than intraday and swing traders. I would not recommend my course for intraday. No, definitely not for swing trading, for sure. So thanks for your time. You're amazing. Yeah, I'm going to post this on YouTube for anybody who has to leave or misses it or whatever. I'm going to post it. So, and I was wrong today, guys. I was wrong. Gold did not push up and then push down and do it. It's still sticking to these buys. So tried to have a little fun today, but it didn't work out. That's okay. And I'm not gonna, I can't even call a signal from my group today with this because the market is pushing bullish right now, and right now we're bearish. I love that we broke this zone and price is literally sitting on my H4 level here. So these buys should very well continue. We've already made a high, we made a low, we broke that high, and price is back at this high here. So based off this structure here, we should continue bullish. But because we just got done with news, and it's 9 o'clock, it's after 9. By the time this candle's done forming, this would be a good entry for buys, actually. We have a nice wick fill here. We have a new high that needs to form. I just don't like taking counter trend trades, especially we just made this big move here. Price rejected hard off this level. So it would be a good buy, but a risky buy. And then look at this long rejection. This could be a pullback here. And it's Friday. It's Friday. I'm going to take it easy on a Friday. Let's see what this candle does. But I'm going to hop off here in a little bit because I got to tend to my signal group here in a few. Thanks for your time. You're amazing. I took the buy. Cool. I have addiction issue, how to solve. I keep pressing buy and sell every time I'm on the phone. Throw your phone out the window, buddy. I can't help you with that. How much did you start your account with? My very first account was 500 account, 500 account, $500. And then I went up from there. That's the smallest account I've ever traded. I've never traded anything under 500. That's what happens to Funded Challenge Company. They shut down. Jessica was the girl who ran it and someone called her out. That's why they say they want you to lose. Yeah, yeah. See, I think what happened with the Funding Talent Company was they were betting on, losses. People were losing. But I think they got a slew of like profitable traders, and they were making a lot more money than the type of losses that they were racking up. I think the profitable traders that they had were making more than the influx of new challenges coming in. So I think that's what caused their downfall. They betted too much on the losses. And I also think they made money off that shit too. I think they were profiting so much off the losses that they betted on people not being profitable. And they ended up, losing their company because they fucked up the numbers. I think that's what it was. They overestimated the losses compared to how much they were pocketing and how much they had to pay out to their people. And they didn't even pay everybody out. They screwed over a lot of people. Some people that I know personally, they screwed over with their payouts. So those assholes made off like fat cats because they took people's money and did not pay nobody out what they were supposed to. Just betting on losses. A lot of questions here, guys. If I follow a mentor but shy away from chats, guys, please make sure that you guys are typing these questions properly. I know there's probably a language barrier with some of you, but it makes it hard for me to answer the question good if I can't really understand how you're writing it. I left all community chats because it messes with my thought process and changes everything. Get out of those chats. Get out of those chats. Just focus on yourself, guys. You can go to different chats to help you, but if it's not helping and it's causing you to be back and forth, I would say not to be in them. Do you have any investment services? No, I don't offer any investment. I don't trade for anybody. Don't get scammed, guys. Okay, I don't offer any of that. Do you watch your trades every moment after you've made your entry, like set and walk away? No, I'm a scalper, so I'm in and out. I don't hold my trades long enough to walk away. That's very rarely that I do that. Now, if I'm trying to catch a big move, if I have a runner, depends. But for the most part, no, I'm in trades 15, 30, 35 minutes, an hour max. So no. I'm a scalper because I don't like to be stuck to my phone. I don't have to be attached to a trade all the time. Just get my money and get out. How many signals did you post this week for your group? If you were in it, you would know. I don't know how that matters, but okay. I appreciate Sharing FX, the real OG of the market, genuine queen, bless up. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think those that are very open and transparent and show how generous, how genuine they are the ones that are gonna last these days. The ones that, only care about flexing Lambos and shit, they're not gonna last long, in my opinion. If you started a 1K account, how much would you risk per trade? If you're asking about a dollar amount, I don't know, 0.50. Yeah, 0.50 is good. Yep, it's true. It's sad they switched the brokers that they use on the back end. I was one of those people that they screw over. I did NAS and they never paid me. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of these, I won't say any names, but some of these influencers that have these funding companies, they're not doing everything on the up and up, guys. So just be careful with those things, all right? Just be careful. What is your recommendation for account balance to start with? 500 to 1,000. 500 to 1,000. Anything less than that, it's going to be hard for you to really see any traction off that. How long have you been trading? Which do you prefer, MT4 or MT5? I like MT5. It's cleaner. Well, MT4 is okay. I still use MT4, so it's no big deal. How long have you been trading? Going on 5 years now. So yeah, but yeah, guys, it's after 9. Let me go update my signal group on what we have going on here. Probably won't be a signal today, even though the buys look very good. I don't trust them right now because we're still bearish. We have broken structure here though, so that's very telling here. Let's take this off. Wow, NFP was chill today. It was very chill. It made that one big spike and it just continued pushing. So 100 pip push and then that's it. That's a weak ass NFP, honestly. So I thought it'd be a little bit more fun, guys, but sorry, I didn't deliver on that part. So it is what it is. Left a long wick to the downside. This should probably continue up here. But we do have this support resistance level here. So I would not be surprised if price rejected this area here. It did reject hard, but this is news. I can't even take that into account. That's news. But yeah, still very bullish for today. Very, very, very bullish. Thank you for exposing us to how you do your thing. You're welcome. Can you do this often? Probably for my signal group, I'll do it often. My students, stuff like that. Since you made it to the low of the year, there's a good chance it could stay bullish. I don't know. I'm still seeing sells. I don't know. Until the market tells me otherwise, I'm still seeing sells. Right now, we are nothing but in a retracement for sell continue. That's all I see right now is a retracement for sell continuations. That's it. Thanks for coming on and talking with us. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I'll go ahead and post this video on YouTube. Once again, if you guys want a very good broker to use, please go to my broker. Henkel Trade is an awesome, awesome broker. I recommend them to everybody. They're the only broker that I have had zero issues with. Give them a try. The link is always in my Instagram bio and on my YouTube as well. So I'll be posting this on YouTube later on today. Check out my recent video, guys. I have a good video on a loss that I took this week. It's pretty detailed video. So give it a try. And then my latest one-on-one, which I drop a lot of gems in as well. So check those out, guys. But thanks for joining me today. I got to tend to my people and get my day started, get my Friday going. If you won this week, guys, please withdraw your money and go enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right, guys. So I'll catch you guys later.